I want to welcome you out tonight. My name is Jameson Reeder. I'm the Navigator and Cultural Architect for X Factor Student Ministries. We're in a series called Happy. What makes you happy? I can tell you that I love this culture. I love South Florida. I love who we are and where we are. Today it's a pretty windy day, but you know what? This makes me happy. What makes you happy? Tonight we're here to talk specifically in the context of happiness about power. Last week was money, tonight's power. I know that we've all had a struggle with power in some way, shape, or form. Me, I know that's a challenge daily to humble myself. But you know what? Think right now, just for a second, what does the world call power? Images that come to my mind are Hulk Hogan doing his flex. I also think of The Sopranos, the Mafia. That's power. But I also think of Donald Trump. You're fired. What do you think the world calls power? What do you think is powerful? Tonight, we're going to flip the script a little bit. You're going to have to join the conversation very, very closely and follow the scriptures. Because tonight, what Jesus says is power is very different from what the world considers to be powerful. What makes you happy tonight? Money, power, image, sex, whatever it is, be willing tonight to give that up, to follow what Jesus calls true happiness. As we explore on power, buckle your seatbelts, because where we're going, not many have been able to go. What makes you happy? Power, it's an amazing concept. What do you think about power? I know power is something that maybe we think of a muscle car, maybe we think of a strong person. I don't know what you think of when you hear the word power, but I know that it's something that we truly, as humanity, struggle with. Power, it's all around us. It's surging. It's running through our veins. It's something that we have to guard against. I look down the landscape that we have in South Florida. I look at the people. I look at where we live. I look at the creation that God has given us. And I can't help but feel empowered. I hope that you know the source that gives you power and that you can plug into it. But honestly, I know at times it's hard because even you, even me, we forget that power is a gift from God. It's nothing that we do on our own. It's nothing that we can attain. It's something that God gives us. And I think it's really cool to realize that the disciples, the guys who began the revolution after Jesus died, that comes to us on the wind 2,000 years later, they themselves had serious conversations about who is the greatest, who's the most powerful. And right here we have a great account of it, a great account of it in Luke chapter 9, verses 46 through 50. But before we get into the meat of the story, we have to understand that what is going on right before this is truly amazing. Jesus had just been on the Mount of Transfiguration, Mount Hermon, a beautiful, beautiful mountaintop, with Peter, James, and John, and amazing things happened. So amazing that Peter, James, and John said, let's stay up here. And Jesus said, no, you forgot what it's all about. Go into the valley. A couple chapters before that, we see Jesus healing a dead girl and raising to life a dead girl and healing a sick woman. We see Jesus talking about love for enemies. We see Jesus driving out evil spirits. We see Jesus healing a paralytic. And we see in chapter 4 of Luke, Jesus defining the beginning of his ministry with 40 days of temptation by Satan himself, out alone as he fasts in the wilderness. This is the beginning of Jesus' ministry. It marks the beginning of the greatness of Christ. And I think that if we are Christians, Christ followers, that we are supposed to follow Christ. And I think the disciples got a little caught up and they forgot that it was all about other people, because Jesus, his teachings were all about other people. And so Jesus does something really cool, really awesome. In Luke chapter 9, let's pick up the conversation that the disciples are having about power, about who is the greatest. An argument started among the disciples as to which of them would be the greatest. Jesus, knowing their thoughts, took a little child and had him stand beside him. Jesus, knowing their thoughts, takes this little boy and places him right next to him. I can imagine Peter leading the argument. I can imagine James and John being right behind him saying, we just came back from the Mount of Transfiguration with Jesus Christ. You guys are 4, 5, and 6 because we are obviously 1, 2, and 3. I can see that happening. I can see you and me. I can see us standing around the water cooler at work. Hey man, I painted more cars than you. Hey, I make more money than you. Hey, I've got a better golf swing than you. Hey, look, my wife's, she's a little prettier than your wife. My girlfriend, she's cuter than your girlfriend. Whatever it is, man, we do that a lot. And Jesus takes a little boy, picks him up and puts him down right beside him in the middle of this intense argument, Luke says, an argument among the disciples. Let's find out what happens. Verse 48 says, then he said to them, Jesus said to them, whoever welcomes this little child in my name welcomes me. And whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. For he who is least among you all, he is the greatest. He's asking you, who is the greatest? In fact, he told you who the greatest is. For he who is least among you all, he is the greatest. Christ compares us welcoming Jesus, his son, to us welcoming this boy right here. This young boy. If we welcome this young boy, we welcome Jesus. I take two things from this conversation. Number one, it's about people. Jesus is using another form of humanity, a young boy, to say it's about people. And you guys are so inwardly focused that you're no outwardly good. And you're so centralized that you can't be decentralized to a world that's lost and dark and that needs the hope and the glory and the light of life, who is me, Jesus the Christ. And I look around and I see people walking down the beach. I look around, I see people jogging and driving. I see people even now looking at us as we shoot this video on Hillsborough Beach, wondering, what are they talking about? What are they doing? What is going on? I'm reminded of the same conversation just before this story on the Mount of Transfiguration, where Jesus says, you are the light of the world. Go down into the darkness and shed the light upon the darkness. And yet we still find the disciples quarreling among themselves about who is the greatest. I can just see Jesus just scratching his head going, what is going on? Don't you follow my teaching? Don't you understand what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm missing something, because the power surge that goes through their veins when they talk about who is the greatest feels better then, in that moment. Even after Christ brings this little boy and places him down, John says this, we saw a man driving out demons, Master, in your name, and we tried to stop him because he is not one of us. It's like, John, I just put a kid right here. I put a little tyke, my little mate, my good friend right here, this little guy, and you're asking me about demons and stopping a guy who's not one of us? Are you even listening? It's about A, it's about people, and B, it's about a childlike faith. Not about this quarrel. A child doesn't wonder if he is better. A child just lives and loves. He says the same thing to you and I, but even John, one of the great disciples, doesn't get it. So Jesus says to him in verse 50, do not stop him, for whoever is not against you is for you. Jesus says to these guys, look, you are on the same team, and you're sitting here wondering who's the greatest. These guys are not against you, they are for you, and whoever is the greatest is the one who is the least, the one who serves. I don't know about you, but that hits me in my heart, challenges me in the deepest part of my thinking. The struggle is daily, it's continual. And the bottom line is this, it's about people, It's about a childlike faith, the love that a child has. And Jesus says, if you accept this child, you accept me, you accept God. That's what it's all about. Not who is the greatest or power. It's about loving God and loving people.